She's a killer queen, gunpowder gelatine, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind. Ooh, recommended at the price, insatiable and appetite. Wanna try?
Chrono Trigger is a fantastic game. One of the things that makes it such a great game is its world building. Our protagonists get the opportunity to explore their world through multiple different time periods, making allies and enemies along the way. Each different period is distinctly defined and separate from the others. You have the barren future where a mad AI is eradicating the last of the human race. You have the 1999 apocalypse where an ancient alien emerges to destroy the world. You have the Middle Ages where humans are at war with a race of monsters. Antiquity, where a power-hungry queen is trying to tap into the big bad's energy. And finally, you have the prehistoric era, where humans fight reptiles to see which of them will inherit the planet. These might seem like unrelated events, but they're all intrinsically linked. Only the protagonists have access to time travel, meaning the villain's influence is limited to their own era, yet they still contribute in some way to the overarching plot, which is the hero's attempt to save the world in 1999. And when it comes to female villains, the game certainly doesn't disappoint. The mad AI is known as Mother Brain. The most plot-centric villain to them is the evil queen, and even the overarching villain could probably be counted as female since its aim is to spread its spawn across the universe. However, of all the cool villains in the game, my favourite has always been Azala, the psychic dinosaur queen. Seriously, what's not to love? She's psychic, and if Gen 1 Pokemon has taught me anything, it's that psychics are awesome. And every kid knows dinosaurs are awesome too. In terms of character, she doesn't have a massive amount going for her, unfortunately. However, what we do have is interesting. I don't think the conflict between the prehistoric humans and reptiles, as the dinosaurs are called, depicts the reptiles as evil despite them being the main enemies in the era. It's more of a survival of the fittest, battle of nature, with both species being the most advanced in their time and coming into conflict as a result. And there's an overwhelming amount of evidence to suggest that the reptiles should have won. As I said, Azala is psychic, which means she is much more mentally advanced than the humans. She also speaks properly, while the humans of this era speak like stereotypical cavemen. She also lives in a really kick-ass volcano castle that shows a much higher level of architecture compared to humans living in huts. Oh yeah, and it's a goddamn volcano castle. It's like Alakazam had a kid with Yoshi and that kid decided to mug Dr. Evil. At first the conflict seems more removed from the other storylines of the game, serving only to give the party a prehistoric playable character. When you first come to the prehistoric area, you believe a wizard in the Middle Ages created Lavos, the world-ending alien. It's only after you fight that wizard and accidentally return to the prehistoric era does a particularly red star in the sky become important. Azala reveals that the red star is Lavos and has somehow summoned it to the planet, or at least desires it to fall. Which it does, right on top of her volcano castle, killing her and most of her species. This is a key moment for the game, and the franchise overall. Several alternate endings of parallel universes show what the world would have been like had the reptiles won, and it's heavily implied Lavos siding with the humans was the deciding factor, as humans were easier to control. Azala can be seen as either the instigator of all the trouble in the franchise, or at least the first supporter of Lavos. It's somewhat unclear. Either way, the conflict with Azala is important and serves as a great midway point in the game, branching two major plotlines. In terms of character, Azala comes across as quite insulting. She constantly refers to humans as apes and talks of reptile superiority, but in her eyes it's the truth, or at least it has to be the truth. She's the only one smart enough to realise one of them needs to inherit the planet and the other will be wiped out by a giant alien. In her final moments she says two very different things depending on the version. In the original Steph's version she says nobody has a future and everyone is going to die. Pretty cynical but also somewhat accurate considering the game is about stopping the apocalypse. She also manages to correctly predict the Ice Age, so she might have some genuine prediction going on. In the better translated remakes, she entrusts the fate of the world to the humans, which means she never truly hated humans and only fought because of the way nature works. Both versions of the character are cool in my opinion, but even if she had no dialogue or role in the plot, I'd still love Azala. I can't stress it enough, she's a psychic dinosaur queen, it's awesome!